Sarah mentioned to me before she went that the fence energizer wasn't, it was indicating there was a fault. So Sarah's off to Adelaide. Got, I think there's a bowerbird or something on there today, or over this course of this weekend, so they'll get there today. I think they set up tomorrow morning and trade maybe tomorrow night. Pretty sure that's the way it goes. I don't go with her to Adelaide. One of our friends goes with her. Hi, Di. Sarah mentioned to me before she went that the fence energizer wasn't, it was indicating there was a fault, but it's not. This little sucker here, when just red lights appear, it would suggest a fault. This is going all the way to green. There's no fault there. But well, according to that, there's no fault, but I'll just grab the tester. This is a fence tester for those that aren't local and don't know what these are. We put these on the electric fence and it'll tell us how much power's running through it. It pulses through it. And also if there's a short, something dead out here, probably a rabbit or a snake or something. And the reason I come out here first is I've got a switch over here that I can turn off half the farm and eliminate half the farm in when I need to do some fault finding. That's what the switch looks like. So at the moment the power's running through the fence. If I do this, it's not running through all that side of the farm. So now if I test this, it's showing that's showing the fence is totally fine. We'll hit that back down to there, so the rest of the fence is enabled. There's a little bit of a short, not much. Still got 4.6. Yeah, there's plenty of power running through that fence. So when Sarah first told me that there was a fault, it was pretty wet. Bloody hell, they're friendly today. A little bit of rain, heavy dew. And what can happen, because we've got offset wires running through the goat fencing, let me explain that to you so you know what I'm talking about. If we look down this fence line, we've got this wire and then this wire. These are the only two hot wires. The rest of this is just to stop them if they go through this. But this here is running 4.5. The top one's running 4.5. And what can happen if you look down the end there with that grass along there, when it's wet, it can short the fence out, or at least appear that it shorts the fence out. But what we'll probably need to do is do some spraying along that fence line and get that fixed up. Sarah fed the horses already this morning. I've walked the dogs. All tomorrow and the next few days, that'll all be up to me. But this morning I went and had a look into Flow Hive. When I looked at it the other day, I thought that's filling out pretty well inside the hive, inside the brood box. And I thought this is, maybe we're close to putting the super on. I did some more research, watched a lot more YouTube videos, and went, actually it's meant to be on already. I probably should have put it on already because they filled out that brood box really fast. And there we go. Look who's the big kid in the yard now. Look at all those bees getting in there. There's loads of bees going in and out of there. Busy bees. The thing I like about the Flow Hive here is that you can open the side door. Well, it's not a door as such, it's a little viewing window here. So we can open this up. Oh, look at that. Bees are in there already. And what they're actually doing is, this morning when I loaded this up, I pre-waxed the frames, the Flow Hive frames, and also put some of the honeycomb and honey from the cutout that we did the other day. I put some of that onto all of the frames to encourage the bees to get up there into the flow frames and start working up there. The idea behind that is, so when you put the frames in, a lot of people have been saying on different YouTube videos that the bees don't go up there straight away, and they may not even go up there at all. But you've got to encourage them by giving them something to eat up there, some wax, so it all smells like bees, because prior to that it just smelled like plastic. So hopefully hopefully that's going to go well. I was really surprised about just how much they had filled out the honeycombs in those frames. I think the advice that I got the other day by dumping all those bees into the hive after we got rid of the queen, I really think that's paid off, because they've really filled out that honeycomb on all the frames underneath there in the brood box. All the frames have got honeycomb on them now. On the ones on the outside, they've got honey in them now. They're not capped, but they're putting honey into them, which means they're starting to get stores built up. So they need room to put honey. So hopefully we'll be able to harvest some honey in the not too distant future.
This old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.